Hey guys, hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this Enema tutorial and how to put an enema together, how it works, and why you might be doing it. So this is essentially what we're looking at here. So what we're working at, this is an enema kit. So this is my one. Obviously yours might look a little bit different. This container might be a little bit different. But essentially what we're looking to do or looking to have is a container which we can pour lukewarm water into, filtered water. There are things you can add to it, but for now let's just worry about pouring lukewarm filtered water into it. Container which you can do that, yours might be a bucket or something like that, that's fine. You need a hanging hook, so something you can hang this container up onto. It's usually the top of the shower or a drying rack or something like that in the bathroom. From there you have your connected tubing where the water will flow through once it comes down from the container. And then finally it will come to this clamping section. So that's how you stop the water from going in and out to the next section, which is where you have your nozzle. All right, so you'll just usually move that up and down, which will clamp the water, stop it from coming out. And that is the nozzle. So that's the part that goes up your bottom. For all you men and maybe women out there who are worried about that or think that's weird or freaking out, believe me, it is completely fine. I had similar thoughts when I first started doing them. It's not painful as long as you use some sort of lubricant, like I use coconut oil, or you could use moisturizer or something like that. You might even enjoy it, who knows? But that is what's going to go up your bottom. And then you're just going to get into a position. I do it typically if I'm on my knees, and I just kind of on my knees and I lean forward and then just gently put it up. You can also do it lying on your back or lying on your side. And then you just gently put it in, you release that clamp there as much as you feel comfortable to allow it to flow in. And yeah, you just let it come in comfortably. One thing I will say is before you put it in, allow some water to come out. So you put the water in first, and then you're going to allow some water to come out because that will get any little air pockets out. And not that that's like dangerous or anything if you put it in and don't do that. You'll just sometimes feel the sensation that you need to release that gas quite quickly. So to avoid that will allow you to be able to get more water in more quickly. So let a little bit of water out and then just release the water in nice and slowly or as fast as your body will allow. And what will happen is the water will just make its way up your colon and it will work its way around any obstructions that might be in there, any constipation, anything during a fast that your body is starting to put into the colon. And it will work its way around that. And what can sometimes happen, and this is sometimes something to be mindful of, when it reaches an obstruction, the pressure will start to build. But what will often happen is it will then work its way past that obstruction, the pressure will subside. That's what you want to happen because then the water will filter in further, allowing you to get more out of that particular enema. So just because the pressure builds immediately doesn't mean it's necessarily time to pull out and get on the toilet. Let it breathe, let it go and just breathe through it. If it continues to build to the point where it's really uncomfortable and you can't sustain it anymore, then jump up, go to the bathroom. But what you want to try and do is let it push past, let that pressure subside until you can get, if not all, most of the water from the container in. And then once it's all in or once you've got enough in, what you're going to do is then just breathe and I'd hold it in there for a few minutes. If you can get 5 minutes, fantastic. And just breathe, and then eventually what you're going to do, and if the pressure builds up to the point where it's like, you feel like you got to remove or have like a bowel movement there and then, fair enough, jump up and get onto the toilet. But that's what you'll do next, is you'll go, like whether you wait the 5 minutes or whether pressure gets too high, you'll get up onto the toilet and then it's just time to let your body do the rest. At that point, you no longer need the enema kit unless you're going to do another one straight after, in which case you just repeat the process and give it a clean afterwards. It's super simple. Just obviously get something you can scrub it with, whatever that might be, and give it a nice good old clean. And then you just dry it and put it back into, this is literally the only part that gets messy. Everything else completely clean, all right? You might want to clean that every now and again, the inside, just to make sure it's not collecting dust or something like that. But literally give that a good old scrub. Make sure you remove any potential fecal matter and stuff like that. And then you're completely fine. And in regards to when you should be doing enemas throughout these programs, guys, whether it's the 10-day express reset or the 21-day detox or heal, or whether it's just in your day-to-day life, my personal recommendation is do them when you feel like you need to. And when you feel like you need to might be when you're having uncomfortable Detox symptoms, so you might have a headache, you might have a stomach ache, you might have body aches, you might have skin irritations. I've had people with toothaches who get immediate relief. Because remember, what happens is, as your body is mobilizing a lot of waste like it does when it's fasting, it dumps it into the colon, or a lot of it into the colon. And your colon is a reflex organ. So when there's acidic, harmful chemistry sitting in the colon and nothing moving it through, your body starts to feel the effects of it, and it can be quite uncomfortable. So doing something like an enema and just gently putting some water up to filter out that harmful acidic waste can really help with any symptoms you might be feeling. So if you have any questions, guys, reach out. Hopefully that was a simple enough explanation. For any of you who are hoping for me to get into position to do it, I'm sorry to let you down, but this is a PG school community, all right? We don't do those kind of things here. But I'll release a R-related one very soon for where you can see that. Anyway, I digress. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope that all makes sense. Any questions, let us know.